Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's interview. I'm sitting down with Ripdaman. He is part of our Academy program, and he's just, has the scholarships rolling in for him. I believe I've just counted. He's won up towards $65,000 in entrance awards and scholarships. And I'm so happy to be sitting down and speaking with you today. And the purpose of this interview is to really help grade 11 students and just students coming into our program or beginning their scholarship process to kind of hear from you how it went for you and how you were successful in this process. And so, Ripdaman, I'd love for you to start by just saying, what you are planning to do career-wise and maybe what school you're hoping to attend.
All right. First of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Kind of an honor. Yeah. But in terms of universities, I've kind of applied everywhere, keeping it open, just applying to as many programs as I possibly can. I've applied to UBC. That's where, I live in BC, so it's kind of easier for me if I end up going to UBC.
Yeah.
And I've also applied to Toronto because I've always felt that I want to go to Toronto, just kind of leave the province, see something new in a sense.
Definitely. Yeah.
I also tried applying for the States. I applied to a university in California and a couple of Ivy League schools. But mainly what I had in mind when I was applying was trying to just really keep my options open, not close myself into a corner.
Definitely.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that I had to keep in mind throughout the whole process. Because if I apply to a certain program and just stick with that program, but then it doesn't work out for me in the long run, then it's not really a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, exactly. That's awesome. I know we were talking beforehand, but yeah, you're taking the time to kind of, go for any opportunity and keep those open for yourself. So you have that choice when it comes down to the end there. So that's really awesome that you kind of set yourself up like that. That's great. And so I wanted to ask you, where were you at with the scholarship and university application process prior to grade 12?
Before grade 12, it was really mainly just me planning. I was kind of in the process of deciding what scholarships I wanted.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't actually have a very set plan in mind that I was going to do this, and this by this date, or I was going to apply to these scholarships. I knew about some big scholarships like the Loran and the Schulich.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have a good idea of what I was going to do. So what I just tried to do as grade 12 was approaching was just, get a list of scholarships, talk to my, one of my counselors at school, just really get a sense of where I needed to be at for scholarships and what I needed. At that point, I already had a decent bit of activities. I just needed to know how to actually put those into words and actually write the applications and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So you kind of were in the time you knew of the scholarship process, you had compiled a list, and you were kind of, I guess, in that discovery mode where you're kind of just trying to figure out, okay, so how do I go about, compiling this into an essay for certain applications and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And so how did you get to where you're at now? So maybe what does it take to have that success with scholarships?
I feel like there's two things. The first thing would be planning, and the second thing would be a sense of discipline. You really need that kind of focused mindset towards scholarships if you want to do them. It's not a walk in the park. It's just oh yes, there's a $4,000, $2,000 scholarship. I'm just gonna apply for it and I'll get it, right? It's not that easy. But then again, if you think about it in the right way and you plan well ahead of time, it can be a lot easier to actually write and potentially even win scholarships. So
Definitely.
Really to where I am now, I've been trying to make sure I have a Google Calendar. With your guys' help as well, you guys played a big role in a lot of the scholarships that I won. I set up a calendar, just making sure I had all the deadlines set for those scholarships that I wanted to apply for, and even things outside of scholarships. It doesn't even have to be application, just planning everything so that when you have time to do things. I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm at where I am now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Time management.
Yeah.
Such an important skill to learn early on before later on.
Yeah.
For sure. That's awesome. And I'm really happy to hear that, the time management skills that you use towards your scholarships also transcended into, time management for all aspects of your life. That's fantastic. And so how has the program helped you?
I mean, other than just like the basic stuff, like, getting your scholarships edited, your applications edited, I think a lot of it was like just like even the courses that you guys provide, the academy course, and just like the regular GrantMe courses, like just, it gives you that idea that there is a structure to scholarship applications, like there's a structure to normal essays, right? And that if you follow the structure, you're more likely to do better in like the application pool, right?
Yeah.
And also, I feel like one of the things that you guys helped me with was the reminders, because of the various mentorship calls we had, and like the consistent, like even the auto-generated reminders that, oh, keep up with your scholarship applications, right? And yeah, really just that sense that you had that plan moving forward. You guys really helped provide that.
Awesome. That's excellent to hear. I know Nicola and I are very, I'll mention to her afterwards, but I'm really happy to hear that, like, the webinars and the course modules have really helped, develop your applications. Because you're right, there's like a formula to, how you want to go about writing them. And did you find that over time that this process got a lot easier for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wasn't spending as much time just looking at just looking at a blank page on like Google Docs or something and just thinking, what am I supposed to write about? I
Yeah,
was like, because part of it is that once you write your first few applications and once you refine them really well, you can really, you can take sections of them. That's not copying or plagiarism. It's your own work, right?
exactly.
You can
Yep.
take that, and use it for other applications. And I feel like that really helped. And I did that. I'm I did that quite a bit just to like make things a lot easier, and so I could, kind of, it made it a lot easier on you guys, and you'd have to do like less.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy that you found that method of, reusing your material, because you're right. A lot of the scholarship committees ask similar questions,
Oh yeah,
and
100% now.
yeah, once you've gotten your solid essay that you had edited multiple times, you can just plug and pop it into new applications. I love it. Awesome. And so, what would be the biggest advice that you have for students about to start the scholarship process?
There's I would there's a lot of pieces of advice that I would probably want to give, but I think the biggest one would be, again, plan well ahead of time. Like we're talking like not like weeks, we're talking like months. Have a schedule planned out for that whole time,
Yeah.
because it really does help at the end of the day, not having to remember everything and having it, you know that it's like on an external source, all
Yeah.
your stuff that you need to like do and your edits and all that. And also actually follow the course content, because like again, it really helped me, like it really gave a structure to what I was doing.
Yeah.
And also I think one of the things, these are all pretty generic things, but I would say definitely submit your essay to GrantMe for as many edits as you can get.
Yeah.
I know, I'm pretty sure that just the normal, without Academy, you have 5 edits, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But still, use those edits. They're useful, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love your advice on planning ahead, not just a couple days or weeks, but even months beforehand.
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause that really helped you and it brought you to where you are today. And I always constantly preach that to students who are about to start this process. It's like, yeah, you might not be in grade 12, but you actually need to start this process now, so you can be successful for sure.
Yeah. One other thing actually I want to include in that is apply to as many scholarships as you possibly can,
Yeah.
as many as you're eligible for, because you're only increasing the chances you're going to win some. Like I
Yeah.
remember one of the in the beginning, in the very beginning, I think near the end of grade 11, I had that kind of mindset that's like, oh, I'll try applying. I probably won't win it anyways. So it's like, but if you try to have that mindset that I'm going to apply to as many scholarships as I can, so that I have an increased chance to actually win some, you're bound to win some. You're gonna win some money for sure. Yeah.
I love it. That's amazing. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, because introduced you to a whole new perspective of, wow, I really can do this if I've just put my head down and just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ripdaman. This has been excellent advice for students coming into our program and about to start this whole scholarship process. And I think that they're going to find a lot of value in what you said throughout this whole call, and take it to heart, because I definitely believe everything that you're saying, and it's clearly worked for you.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they definitely take this advice. Yeah, it'll help you definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Richmond.
Thank you again for having me.
Soon.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.